I'm telling you, this thing's junk. Like, I know there's people that love E30s in the world, but I don't know that I love any car enough to deal with the amount of rust that this car has.
But there's people like me
Go put your fist through the floor.
No, that would have come up to this, like, that red one we went and got out of that trailer park in Evansville.
I mean, like, some ignorant person that doesn't know a lot about cars would buy this.
Exactly.
And then they would fight. Yeah, they would hate themselves. And I, as a car guy, couldn't bring myself to sell somebody this whole car. Because I would just, like, I wouldn't wish this amount of rust on, like, my worst enemy. It'd be terrible. You can put your fist through the floor of this car, under the carpet. Like, full blown. You don't even have to, like, hand and then go. Like, you can just fist it right through the car. All right, what is up, Rad Potential YouTube? Welcome to today's video. These videos about the old secret project RX-7. It's an RX-7 secret project, not an E30 secret project. Are going to kind of come sporadically throughout the next couple months, but we're going to film them as we do them because, well, at least not the fully, like, revealing stuff. But stuff like this, we're going to film as we do it because you're going to see stuff change in the background of the next few videos and things are going to be moving around. There's going to be engines that don't belong in places. You know, ask questions, you want to see it. So, this is a 1991 318 IS. And it's actually, like Justin was saying, from face value, is a pretty good car. Okay, it would have had the BBS wheels on it, which they're on the other red E30 up there. The interior is actually in pretty good shape. Door stuff. We've pulled the dash out to go into the red E30. And really, the main issue with this car is that this car grew up in Chicago as a daily driver. It has 294,000 miles on it, and it lived in a garage next to an E30 M3. This was the guy's daily. The E30 M3 was the guy's fun car. Our buddy George bought this car because that was his nephew who had it. So George got this. Then I got it a while back in college. I traded it back to George. The guy that owns the Red E30 up there bought it from George again. And then it ended up here because I'm doing some work on the Red E30. We needed some parts from this. And then I got this car in trade. So that's how I ended up with it. Again. But
you can tell it was loved, though. It's got car clubs, BMW car club stickers all over it, you know.
Yeah. Like the guy that owned it was a BMW guy.
Got the right spec, you know, black interior, the 318 IS, what everyone called like the mini M3.
Yep. So, it just sucks that it's rusty. And, you know, Justin was trying to convince me earlier. Like, it's got holes in it, guys. And, like, this kind of stuff. And I get it. There's not a lot of these. And sure, somebody, if you get it for free, it might be worth putting some time in to fix it and make a car. But I don't have a title for it. And it's kind of sacrificed already for the red one because we took the good dash out of it. And, like, trust me, I took that dash out and I wouldn't want to will that on anybody either, putting a dash back in an E30. And I got to do it back into the red car. So that's going to be the worst. But anyways, we're ripping it apart.
We'll save the good interior.
Yeah. Don't worry. We won't throw away the door cards or the seats, which are kind of tore up. The rails are froze. You know, the lower console surround will probably go in that car. I've already been robbing stuff for the other car. So it's not going to waste. But we need the engine out of this car. The engine and transmission is for our secret project. These engines, 1, good fuel mileage. 2, make good power for how heavy or light they per se are. 3, good transmission. We can run it in stock form and it's going to make good horsepower for us. And really the big thing is the fuel mileage. And it's satisfying. Like, these cars are very satisfying to drive. The power band is good.
Yeah, they're good.
So, and the key thing there is, like, we can keep that engine stock and just run it. So it'll get regasketed and we'll use it for our secret project. So, which you guys will probably be able to figure out what's going on. So, this is the let's rip an E30 engine out in my driveway on wheels. And we don't have an engine hoist, which we could have put it in the garage, I guess.
We got it all the way here.
Yeah, we got it all the way right here. But really, there's no effective way to, like, push this without ruining the back of the car. And we really only have the bulldozer. So we're going to use a chain in the engine thing, and we're just going to yank it out. Sound like a plan?
Sounds like a plan.
So let's get to it. Oh, it clears the fan. They're smart. You can leave the shroud on. Dude, had a K&N. Thing is hopped up.
Got it.
That thing flew right through here and hit me in the chest. Not even kidding. All right. There we go. Quick intermission. So, we've been using tools to take things apart. Massive pry bars. And I think we've got everything mostly disconnected minus what? Engine mounts and...
Engine mounts, trans mount.
And the Guibo deal. So, fortunately, it's a little rad formation for you. We are pulling the engine harness out with the engine, which is good. We didn't really know that you could take it all the way out. He had typically in the past, obviously, he had typically in the past taken the harness off the engine.
Well, it was a lot easier this time because there's no dash in the car.
And
so
that
the
was
ECU was sitting on the floor.
Yeah, and that was our big thing we discovered is that, oh, hey, look, the ECU harness is just sitting right there. There's no dash in the way, so we just popped it out.
Granted, it's still probably the better way to go about it if you're removing one of these.
Yeah.
Reaching all these things under here, I've done this on the 6-cylinders. It's never fun.
We didn't really want to have to take the upper intake manifold off. One, because we really don't want to take the upper intake manifold off, and two, because it's going to just make a nightmare of
more parts
this,
that you're going to have.
Yeah, this has to get transported to where the secret project is, and we don't want to lose anything. So next is sawzall the exhaust, trans mount, drive shaft, engine mounts. We're good. We've just been cutting AC lines and cutting power steering lines and everything, and we're pretty much, that's about it. Honestly, not that bad. Once we get everything loose, we'll fire up the old John Deere dozer and we'll yank this thing up out of here.
We're close.
Real power stuff. The best part about the engine hoist we got over there is that if we can't get the engine out, the car comes with it. So we have to make sure that there's no like, oh, my engine hoist isn't strong enough to lift up the car. No, we can lift the car. So we didn't make sure that this gets disconnected. But we'll find the maximum tensile strength of everything that is connected.
There's a ground strap down there that we'll probably forget about.
We will, yeah.
Once it comes up, then we'll cut it. It'll be easier to reach that way.
We'll just rip it off. But surprisingly, guys, like he was saying, the hood's in really good shape. It's just super rusty. We had to cut pretty much all the bolts off. I got one of them loose. And really, I mean, you can see, like, it's in rough shape. So if you're
like, just like everything you want to touch in here, like this AC dryer or whatever that is.
Yeah, like
that's
not coming apart. You know. So, and 100%. My Instagram is rad_potential. If you need stuff off of this and like you actually need it, let me know in the Instagram. Send me a message or something, and I can try to save something for you. He was trying to convince me to sell it. Obviously, I was joking. We were going to smash it with the bulldozer, but we're not going to smash it with the bulldozer. I have other more smashable cars we can smash than this. But if you do need something off of it, like, I can gladly help you out or try to get it to you if there's something here you see that you could use. The front valence is spoken for. Sorry. It's in really good shape. It's actually straight. Windshield's cracked. Doors are good. The handles are jacked up, but it's got a headliner in it, a decent headliner. I don't know if they're foam or if they're fabric kind of or how they work, but yeah.
That red one
if Ryan doesn't get it.
Interior stuff, so.
Yep.
Driver and passenger seat are pretty good. The rear seat's perfect.
Yeah.
Door cards are perfect.
So, Middle Tennessee, Nashville area. Hit me up on Instagram. I probably won't reply to your comment on here, so go check it out. We need those.
Coils.
Heck yeah. The keep pile is really not that big.
That's not even a maybe. That's a maybe keep.
The radiator?
I think the keep pile is those coils.
Oh, yeah. And the intake boot with MAF sensor and our K&N air filter with some mouse stuff on it. Because we'll probably just run the stock air box. Like, why not?
Yeah.
I'd rather not suck up, track debris all the time. Dude, I saw the meme, which I thought it was hilarious, which I don't have annoying neighbors. But the one where the guy was like, my neighbors walk their annoying loud dogs, so I took my jacks for a walk. And you see him like walking down the street with two jacks behind him. That would literally be the worst.
Yeah.
thing ever. Not only for him, because the guy pulling it would be deaf. Like, that would be so loud.
Yeah, I would pick mine up and carry it down to the end of the driveway because I
Yeah.
hated it so much. I love the 80-pound thing because it's so annoying to drag.
All right, y'all. We are to the point now where we're going to use large machinery to remove small engines. And hopefully we've got everything disconnected, which we definitely forgot that ground wire still. So
No, we
let's
didn't forget it.
let's just rip it off.
We've been
Because
waiting for it to come up.
Yeah.
'Cause you can't
us
reach
to
it
come
yet.
up and then the car to come with it because it's attached. We think
I'd be
everything
impressed
else is
if-
disconnected.
I'd be impressed if that ground strap picks up the.
We can
chassis.
test that.
Yeah.
We can see if the ground strap will pick up the whole car. We have tools that let us do that. So we're to the point now. We cut the shifter, we cut the exhaust, we got the guibo unbolted, and we're just gonna grab the strap with the claw of the dozer and pull this thing up out of here. Hopefully it comes out. So there's really no like do things precisely with the bulldozer. So we'll see how this goes. If I had like a jackhammer motion for up and down, we could just rip this out of here. But we're stuck.
We're really close. That motion worked. I just didn't get it quite back far enough.
Okay. We'll just have to put that at the end of the video. We were sitting here talking and we were like, come on, everyone's wanted to come in like a wrecking ball, ride an engine. They just don't trust their engine hoist to hold them and the engine. We got the ultimate engine hoist. So, we're having fun. Alright guys, we've got the M42 out of the E30. And our engine harness is here. Literally all the accessories can go away probably. What was that? Something flashed. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but that sparks. I think most of these accessories go away. We won't have power steering. We'll just have a water pump and an alternator. So that makes it super easy. So we're gonna lift this, back this the rest of the way out of here and set it down on the ground over here. And then we will haul the E30 back to the junkyard of destruction, which will be super easy now. We can just throw the strap under the K-member and pick it up. The dozer's got enough nuts that if we had enough strapping power like a shipping container, we could just pick the whole car up and carry it. What do you think, Justin?
Fun ride.
Alright, back to you. Yeah.
As far as us like maneuvering it out, I always have such a nightmare pulling these out of E30. Well, engines out of E30s because the 4 times I've done it was 6 cylinders.
For sure.
And they're a lot longer. So you're fighting the core support a lot more than we just did, even though
I mean, we
just five
sacrifice the core support, but it's fine.
But usually I got my engine leveler, I got to have the car at the perfect height. There was like, it can only be a foot off the ground, or my hoist didn't have enough nuts to get it up high enough. And then the leveler, I had the thing like totally vertical engine trains to stay out of here. This is a lot easier.
We did cut the shifters though, because
Our application is going to be
chassis
not-
down shifter and not in the same spot. So
we'll have a custom length dual shear selector rod.
There we go.
Hey, girl.
Science. Alright, well, it's getting dark, and I want an old-fashioned, so let's get this out of here and put the car away, and that's pretty much going to be it. So we'll try not to drop it through the already cracked windshield.
I was kind of planning to sit down.
They're stronger than you think. It ain't going anywhere, big dog. You could probably sit on that while I lift it out. Here's our lovely 4-cylinder. It's out of the car. The car's back down in the parts yard, junkyard of madness down there, which is fortunately out of sight, out of mind. And this thing is ready to take a ride on the back of the new diesel up to where the Secret Project RX-7 is. You can kind of put 2 and 2 together. You know, this engine, Secret Project RX-7. There's other bits and pops going on that car that aren't RX-7 parts, and it's going to be pretty wild looking whenever it all comes together. So with that, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. I know we didn't totally destroy that E30, but it's basically destroyed already. I mean, aside from running it over with a bulldozer and ruining the rest of it, it's rusty enough I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy. And if you do see, you know, a part or this, that, and the other, like I mentioned earlier, hit me up on Instagram. You know, if you need it, this, that, and the other, and you're close or want to come get it, or it's easy for me to take off, then, you know, I'd gladly help somebody out with the parts on that car. I don't need it. I've gotten what I need out of it. My buddy Ryan, we're restoring this red one over here, so I think we've got most of the bits that we need off of that car for this, or we'll keep, and then we can get the red one saved. We get an RX-7 back together. And ultimately, that's the whole goal, saving cars. So with that, guys, thank you guys very much for watching. We will see you guys in the next video. Keep it rad. Get fired up, because we have an empty shop. We have a running dually. And we're ready to start building the best first-gen street track car on the planet. Got to film a quick video about RX-8s first. But Dewey's looking tough. Dog's off wandering in the woods. So, with that, peace, guys.